Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to give a presentation on supply chain drivers. So let's begin. Drivers of supply chain. The major drivers of supply chain performance consist of three logistical drivers and three cross-functional drivers. Logistical drivers are facilities, inventory, and transportation. Cross-functional drivers are information, sourcing, and pricing. Drivers of supply chain performance. Companies' supply chain achieves the balance between responsiveness and efficiency that best meets the needs of companies' competitive strategy. In this figure, as we see, competitive strategy is achieved with supply chain strategy. Supply chain strategy achieves a balance between responsiveness and efficiency. It is met with logistical drivers and cross-functional drivers. Logistical drivers are facilities, inventory, transportation, and cross-functional drivers are information, sourcing, and pricing. Using all these drivers, six drivers, the balance between the responsiveness and efficiency is achieved, which ultimately gives a competitive strategy for the company. Facilities. Facilities are the actual physical location in supply chain network where the products are stored, assembled, or fabricated. The two major types of facilities are production sites and storage sites. Production sites are also called as factories, and storage sites are called as warehouses. Factories can be built to accommodate one of two approaches to manufacturing, that is, product focus and functional focus. A product, fo- a product focus factory that takes a product focus performs the range of different operation requires to make a given product line for fabrication of different product parts to assemble of these part. Functional focus. A functional focus approach concentrates on performing just a few operations such as only making a select group of parts or doing only assembly. Warehousing. There are three main approaches to be used in warehousing. They are stock keeping units, job lot storage, and cross docking. In stock keeping units, all the type of product are stored together. Job lot storage, in this type of approach, the product related to the needs of a certain type of customer or related to the needs of different job are stored together. In cross docking, product is not actually stored in the warehouse. Instead, the facility is used to house a process where the truck from supplier arrive and unload large quantity of different products. These large lots are then broken down into smaller lots. Smaller lots of different products are recombined according to the need of the day and quickly loaded onto outbound trucks that deliver the product to the final destination. So the fundamental trade-off that manager faces when making facility decision between the cost of the number, location, and type of facility and the level of responsiveness that the facility provides the company's customer. Inventory encompasses all the raw material, work in progress, and finished good within a supply chain. Changing inventory policies can dramatically alter the supply chain efficiency and responsiveness. There are three basic decisions to make regarding the creation and holding of inventory. They are cycle inventory, safety inventory, and seasonal inventory. In cycle inventory, this is the amount of inventory needed to satisfy demand for the product in the period between the purchase of the product. Safety inventory is held as a buffer against the uncertainty. If demand forecasting could be done with perfect accuracy, then the only inventory that would be needed would be cycle inventory. Seasonal inventory. This is the inventory that is built up in anticipation of predictable increase in demand that occurs at a certain time of the year. Transportation. Transportation entails moving inventory from point to point in the supply chain. Transportation can take the form of many combination of modes and routes. each with its own performance characteristics. There are six basic modes of transport that a company can choose from. Ship, which is a very cost efficient but also the slowest mode of transport. It is limited to the use between locations that are situated next to navigable waterways and facilities such as harbor and canal. Rail, which is also very cost efficient but can be slow. This mode is also restricted to the use between locations that are served by rail lines. Pipelines can be very efficient but are restricted to commodities that are liquid or gases such as water, oil, and natural gas. Trucks are a relatively quick and very flexible mode of transport. Truck can go almost anywhere. The cost of this mode is prone to fluctuation though, as the cost of fuel fluctuates and the condition of road varies. Airplanes are a very fast mode of transport and are very responsive. This mode is also very expensive mode and is somewhat limited by the availability of appropriate airport facilities. Electronic transport is the fastest mode of transport and it is very flexible and cost efficient. However, it can be only used for the movement of certain type of product such as electric energy, data or product composed of data such as music, picture and text. Information. Information serves as the connection between various stages of supply chain, allowing them to coordinate and maximize total supply chain profitability. It is also crucial to the daily operation of each stage in the supply chain. For example, a production scheduling system. Information is used for the following purpose in supply chain: coordinating daily activities related to the functioning of other supply chain drivers, facility, inventory, and transportation. Forecasting and planning to anticipate and meet future demand. Available information is used to make tactical forecasts to guide the setting of monthly and quarterly production schedules and timetable. Enabling technologies. Many technologies exist to share and analyze information in the supply chain. Manager must decide which technologies to use and how to integrate those technologies in companies like internet, ERP, RFID, etc. Sourcing. Sourcing is a set of business processes required to purchase goods and services. Managers must first decide which tasks will be outsourced and those that will be performed within the firm. The components of sourcing decisions are in-house or outsource. Supplier selection. In in-house or outsource, the most significant sourcing decision for a firm is whether to perform a task in-house or outsource it to the third party. The decision should be driven in part by its impact on the total supply chain profitability. Supplier selection. It must be decided on the number of suppliers they will have for a particular activity. They must then identify the criteria along which suppliers will be evaluated and how they will be selected through direct negotiation or resort to an auction. Pricing. Pricing determines how much a firm will charge for goods and services that it makes available in the supply chain. Pricing affects the behavior of buyer of a good or services, thus affecting supply chain performance. Components of pricing decisions. Fixed price versus menu pricing. A firm must decide whether it will charge a fixed price for its supply chain activities or have a menu with prices that vary with some other attributes such as response time and location of delivery. Everyday low pricing versus high low pricing. Obstacles to achieving strategic fit: increasing variety of product, decreasing product life cycle, increasing demanding customer, fragmentation of supply chain ownership, and globalization. Thank you.